So it's all about speed in today's sprint race then. Not very many laps and no chance to get ahead on strategy. Who here today has the raw skill to take them to the top? It's an updated track at Catalunya. We welcome the removal of the chicane in the final sector, shortening lap times and reducing the total running to 2.9 miles and 14 turns. This was actually the original setup for the track, but it hasn't been used since 2007. And we welcome you to the Formula 2 commentary box. I'm Alex Jakes. Alongside me for this one is Mr. Alex Brundle. And we've got this format in Formula 2, Alex, where the top 10, they get reversed from qualifying to form our grid. So the mid-order in qualifying now become contenders for the win.
You go for a little more, a little earlier, using a bit more of that harder compound of the two tyres available per weekend in Formula 2 to try to steal a march. And equally, if you have a bit of a bump, not so much of an issue. You're going to have another go tomorrow.
Tyre condition still looking good. Okay mate, Cordial's behind you. We want to keep them behind please, this is super critical for our strategy. Gap to your teammate behind, 3.0 seconds. You've lost some time to the car behind. Okay, mate, that still wasn't quite what we needed, I'm afraid, but look, let's move on. Get your head down and chin up and focus till the end of the race. Catching the car ahead, well done, but be aware these tyres need to get us to the end of this race. Okay, mate, final lap. Keep your concentration and let's bring it home.
But the boy from Brazil, it's Gabriel Bortoleto who takes the checkered flag.
It might not be the same points as the feature race, but it is the same podium, and they get to wave at the fans from it.
Here come our winning drivers then, onto the podium at the end of a brilliant race. The drama and excitement are over. Congratulations to our top three today. After all this drama, you'd be mad not to join us for the next race. We hope to see you then. Take care for now. Hello and welcome to the Circuit of Barcelona, Catalunya. We're counting down to the start of today's race, and you can feel the excitement in the air. This promises to be a real spectacle. It's an updated track at Catalunya. We welcome the removal of the chicane in the final sector, shortening lap times and reducing the total running to 2.9 miles and 14 turns. This was actually the original setup for the track, but it hasn't been used since 2007. And here are the driver grid positions for today's race. A fantastic effort from Kushmaini yesterday puts him on pole position, with Pepe Marti alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Correa, Hauger, Paul Aaron, Martins, Fittipaldi, the rookie, Bortoletto, Amaury Cordial, Stanek, Miata, Joshua Dirksen, Ollie Behrman, Hadjar, O'Sullivan, Barnard, and Richard Verschoor. Crawford, Antonelli, Villa Gomez, and Franco Colapinto completes the grid. And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track. It is the Formula 2 race. It is time to introduce you to Alex Brundle. I'm Alex Jakes, and we've got changeable weather out there today. That's making for some nervous team personnel down in the paddock, down in the pit lane.
Well, uncertainty is what strategy's all about, but it absolves the teams from the responsibility of running both compounds of tyre. They might have to use that wet tyre, of course, and then the question is, where do those crossovers lie between the wet and dry conditions?
The formation lap gets underway for this Formula 2 race, and every driver will be looking to settle in for the contest ahead, making sure the car is ready for battle once the lights go out.
look, that's a new fastest lap of the race. No need to worry about the tyre condition for now, everything's looking good. Marnie's just moved into first place. Okay, the pit window's open, so let's box this lap, box this lap. Okay, mate, okay, Miney, just ahead, push, push. We can't let them hold us up for too long, so let's try and get past as soon as possible and crack on, push, push. Don't forget, box this lap. Okay, don't worry about that target for now. Let's just focus on this pit stop. Okay, mate, that's it. Go, go, go. That was a fantastic stop, faster than we were expecting. Okay, stay clear of the white line on the exit. We'll receive a penalty for dangerous driving if you cross onto the track. Okay, mate, this is the final lap of the race. Final lap.
This is just the beginning, guys. I'm so proud of you all.
That's 3 wins in a row, mate. Unbelievable work.
Well, that might not have been the finest race in history, but there's no question it was a critical win.
Three wins in a row, and they start to look unassailable. Are we going to see some other heads start to go down in the paddock here?
I'm thoroughly exhausted after the excitement of that one. I'm sure it's nothing compared to our drivers. They've worked so hard to make it up there, and it's great to see them making their way onto the podium. There will be plenty more twists and turns to come this season. I hope you can join us at the next race when Formula 2 returns.